Da-na-na, da-na-na. And here we are with your daily sports updates. Thanks for joining us, guys. Kicking it live with Bino and Nicky.
Always subscribe to the channel, like the video, please.
You beat me to it. I was just going to say thank you for joining us, and to make sure you can catch all of our shows on the BNN Media YouTube channel. Hit subscribe, even turn the bell on. Give the bell a big elbow drop so you're alerted every time we come on. It would mean the world to us. Now, I don't want to get you upset to start the show.
I'm already upset.
But your Rangers last night, NHL Playoffs.
3 overtimes.
I honestly say they won the game, though.
Kako should have scored. They called that goal back. The game should have been over in regulation.
Now, my opinion, it looked like he was pushed into the goalie.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah,
he was. I don't know what that. And the way the ref announced is like no goal. Like he was happy about it.
Oh, yeah, he was all fired up.
So what's that tell you? I mean,
yeah.
I'm not going to say anything at the ref. The Rangers, they should have won that game. It went 3 overtimes, and then the goalie for Pittsburgh come out of the game, and it's at the end of the second overtime, and they had to put the third goalie in, which I think is an advantage. The guy's fresh.
He was nice and fresh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, Rangers were tired. Everyone was tired. It's a long game.
Yeah,
2 games,
that is 2 games. Yeah,
that's bad. It's a double header. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And think about this, right? I was thinking about this too.
What do you got?
I mean, obviously the goalie has a lot of pads on and everything.
Yeah.
So you must sweat like a bastard, anyways.
Gets heavy too, I bet.
Yeah. Can you imagine going that long?
No, you probably get back.
And Shesterkin had 79 saves for the Rangers. That's amazing.
That's a lot. That's a good game.
What
was the final score?
4-3.
4-3. Okay, so it wasn't like there was 100 goals scored.
No. It was great goaltending. I mean, believe me, I think the Rangers come out the next game and take care of them because they dominated early. Pittsburgh served it on in the second, and I think the Rangers come out the next game and really.
It was your classic NHL playoff game. I'm not the biggest hockey fan, but I will watch NHL playoffs no matter who's playing because it's so intense.
It's so intense. I mean, it's a whole other level of intense.
You know it absolutely is.
Whole other level of intense. Nothing really compares.
Now that was game 1, right?
That was game 1.
Game 1. Okay, so we still hockey's always best of 7, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Goes 2-2, 1-1-1.
I think the Rangers will get it back. They'll bounce back. Game 2's in New York.
Yeah.
I think they'll go to Pittsburgh with a tied series.
I think so too.
Yeah, and I think I think the Rangers will win that series. I think the Rangers are going to go deep.
I think so too.
My Bruins, on the other hand.
No, I think the Bruins tie it up tonight.
Think they tie it up tonight?
Yeah, I think they tie it up.
Yeah, they might.
They had an off game.
They did have a really off game.
They had an off game. It happens. I mean, 2 empty net goals. You really can't count that.
No, you really can't.
You know, the Bruins play tough, and you're going to see it tonight. You watch. They're going to be really tough. I see that series getting tied up too. The Bruins are a tough team, and they're playoff. They're hardened. You know, they're a playoff hardened team. They're there every year.
Yeah, there should be a few good games on tonight with the Bruins game.
Yeah, Bruins are on tonight.
And then we got let's see,
the Sixers on in basketball.
The Sixers are on tonight. Yeah. And also
see the Celtics yesterday.
Celtics, baby. Even with Marcus Smart out, we bounced back.
What did I tell you? Okay,
that's right.
Tatum scored 29. What was the key to they won? Jaylen Brown, 30 points.
Jaylen Brown, ladies and gentlemen.
Tatum can't carry it alone, brother.
No, Brown's got to help him. He's absolutely got to help him.
He's got to be more consistent. And when he does, they win. And they play big. And again, Big Al Horford, buddy. Big Al is just key to a lot of things, man. He just does all the little stuff you need him to do.
He really does. People say what they say about Al, but
yeah, Big Al, man. He shows up when he has to. He'll bang that big 3 when you need it. You know what I mean?
He absolutely does.
He shows up when you have to. You know what I mean?
Now, I believe every series right now is either 1-0 or 1-1. There's no one's got a 2-0 lead in the NBA Finals.
Golden State. See Draymond Green?
Yeah, Draymond. I was just starting to like him again. Like
he had the little thing with the fans. And you see what he said after the game?
Oh, I don't care. I make $25 million.
Yeah, he doesn't care. He makes $25 million. That's what's wrong with sports.
Real nice Draymond.
Well,
he got a nice smack to the face last night. Did you see that?
No.
Yeah, he was all cut up. He was bleeding. Like
gas
to the eye.
37 points on him, though.
Dude, John Morant, that kid is unbelievable.
That kid is.
That series is tied now.
Last year, maybe a year and a half ago, a kid I work with.
Yep.
He was like, "Oh, John Morant." I've never really seen him or anything. He was big on him from day one. He said, "You gotta watch the kid." And I started watching a little bit of him. Whew, that kid is good.
Yeah, no, I believe they made a pretty big. They traded to get him this year, didn't they?
No, John Morant.
No, has he been there? Okay, I don't really follow.
He was drafted by them.
I follow the Celtics. I don't really follow what's going on with a lot of the other teams. But they got a pretty good team. That's a good series.
Celtics tied it up. I hope they can beat Milwaukee in the long run.
It's going 7, I think.
6 or 7.
Yeah.
I hope they can beat Milwaukee, but I don't know.
And then we got
champs. They're tough.
Phoenix is up 1-0. That's game 2's tonight.
Phoenix is tough. That's why I told you that I think they're going to win.
And I don't think the 76ers are going to win a single game. Embiid's out.
Embiid's out now.
Yeah, Miami's going to break out.
If you got to bank on Harden, I mean,
We already know how I feel about him.
Yeah, I mean, if you got to bank on
Not Rich Harden either. James Harden.
you got it right this time. But no, if you got to bank on him, I think that's a wrap.
It is a wrap.
How's Miami looking?
Miami, they look good, man. You know who I really like? The kid's finally starting to get acknowledged. Tyler Hero.
Oh, Tyler Hero, yeah. He's
Beast.
What's the other kid they got? Duncan?
Beast. I don't know. Maybe. I know.
Duncan Robinson, I think his name.
Oh, Duncan Robinson.
The kid who was hitting all the threes against the Celtics in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Year.
You know who else? I'm not really the biggest fan of Jimmy Butler, but he's a real good ball player.
Jimmy Butler's a good all-around player.
He is.
Tough, good defense. You know what you're going to get out of him.
Yeah.
I remember Danny Ainge wanted him on the Celtics a few years back.
Yeah, I remember that. I think he actually met with him
crazy for him.
Yeah. I remember that. Chicago did. They wanted like 3 first-round picks or something
Danny
like that.
Was I'm good.
Miami did. They ponied up pretty heavy to get him.
Well, because he was worth it.
Yeah, and
he went to Minnesota first. Then he went to Miami.
That was one of those
Chicago
things,
traded to Minnesota.
like we talked about the other day, one of those, we'll do a sign-and trade so you get an extra 5 years because you've been playing in this conference.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, one of those NBA contracts.
I never understand how the NBA makes
Now,
trades.
I know you'll understand this. This will make you real happy. Your Bronx Bombers, the hottest team in sports right now, 11 in a row.
11 in a row. Judge betting on himself, I'm telling you.
Oh, I know. He's holding a hell of a hand right now.
I don't think he gets the contract he's going to want from the Yankees.
I don't think it's going to come from the Yankees, but I think he is going to get a big contract.
He'll get it from someone, the Mets or somebody will give him.
Yeah, I could see him.
Yankees.
I could see him batting 3-4 with Bryce Harper. I could see him in Philly.
Yeah.
Philly spent a lot of money over the last couple of years too. They're really trying to put a team together.
They got to do something. The Mets are going to be tough.
I could see
the Mets. Scherzer and DeGrom,
Scherzer
got actually suspended a game. You see that?
Yeah, I did. Robinson Cano's contract comes off the books next year too.
They just designated him. He's off the team.
Oh, is he gone now? Okay, because I know the other day they were talking about how he was still getting like 30.
They just designated him. Yeah.
Okay,
they still got to pay him though. That's how baseball works.
Yo, no, I know. But at least it comes off the books next year. I don't think he has anything left.
Yeah, but still, it's a ton of money, right?
Oh, it's a ton of money. Yeah. Do you know Bobby Bonilla still gets paid by the Mets?
July 1st, Bobby Bonilla.
Every year.
You
know what I didn't know either? Ken Griffey Jr. gets a check like that every year, too, from the Reds.
Deferred payment. Bobby Bonilla is just famous because they could have bought him off for $4 million. Instead, they're paying him until he's 73 years old.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You know what's funny? You want to hear something else?
What?
Mets aren't the only team paying him. He gets $500,000 a year.
From the Marlins?
From the Orioles.
Oh, that's right. He ended with the Orioles.
No. The Orioles before the Mets.
Or Orioles before. I knew he was there at the end of his career.
He negotiated both himself. He negotiated something with them too. This guy's the smartest guy in sports. Bobby Bonilla. Wow.
Good for him.
So he's getting 1.2 from the Mets and $500,000 from the Orioles.
Bobby Bo.
I
remember when I was probably 7 years old, 8 years old. I used to love baseball when I was a kid. I still love it now. That Pittsburgh Pirates team where it was him and Barry Bonds.
Yeah. Jeff King was the third baseman.
Yeah, that was the first playoffs I ever paid attention to.
Can I tell you something?
Sid Bream sliding into home to beat the Pirates. Remember that?
Yeah. Can I tell you something?
Crazy.
I used to love baseball. I like going to a baseball game.
Oh, I love going to a baseball game.
I can't watch it on TV.
Have you been to the new Yankee Stadium?
The new one?
Yeah.
No.
We went to was it the new one?
09 they brought the new one in, so.
So it was. We went 2013 opening day.
So it was a new one.
Yeah, we went and they have a really cool Hall of Fame there, Yankees Hall of Fame.
I bet.
You can go in and see a bunch of autographs, jerseys. They had all the lockers set up of all the guys in Monument Park.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
I found myself as I get older to be more and more a football and hockey guy.
See, no matter
those are my two passions.
I had when I had my own house before.
I like baseball. I like to go to baseball games if I could. I can't watch it on TV anymore. It's just too long.
See, that's all I watch all day during when I'm working at home. I have MLB Network on.
I watch highlights.
I love watching the Red Sox, but I don't really care who's playing. If it's baseball, I'll put the game on and watch it.
There's a lot of people like that. My brother's like that. My brother can watch any ball game as long as there's a ball game on.
Yeah.
My grandmother, God rest her soul, she was a big Yankee fan. And she would listen to the ball game on the radio. And even with TV, she would rather listen to it on the radio.
My father will watch it on TV.
Susan Waldman loved it.
My father will watch it on TV, but on mute, and listen to the guys on the EEI radio.
They got to describe more, so they call the game better.
Yeah.
They got to describe the game because you can't see it visually.
Right.
So that's why the radio is better.
Yeah.
Like I used to tell you, you got a face for radio. Remember I used to tell you that?
Oh, yeah. Big
face for radio. You got a radio.
But yeah, and then other than that in baseball, when it comes to my Red Sox, I don't know what the hell's going on, but
it's early. It's early. all it takes is getting hot. I mean, Yankees are hot now.
Yeah, I mean,
Yankees
there's
are hot
always
now.
that.
Who's to say they don't slump next month?
Very true.
10, what
there's
I mean?
that chance
Baseball's tricky like that,
there is that big chance that Chris Sale comes back and actually starts 5 games this year and gives us a chance.
I never understood the guy with the injury history has that they would give him an extension.
They did it because without him they don't have the ring in 18.
That's not true. What did he do?
Dude, he won like 2 games that year, and he came in and closed the final game.
Yeah, that team was going to win no matter what.
And he was lights out that whole postseason. That's what that was. That contract was a thank
that's
you.
Stupid.
Yeah,
that's stupid.
He wouldn't be the
that's what
first
you're going
player.
on, that's stupid.
He wouldn't be the first player who got a big contract because
Yankees
he helped
don't
win a
do
World
stuff
Series.
like that, my friend.
I'm not saying the Yankees.
When they're done, they're done. That's how every team should be.
I'm not
Because at the
saying
end of the day, it's a business. The guys want to make money. I get it. And I've never cried about a guy wanting more money. But when the guy's done,
he did have a lot of injuries.
He's been injured the whole time.
Yeah, but that first year, he really wasn't.
Yeah, he was dominant his first year.
That's
all he's ever done is that first year.
And that he was injured quite a bit in Chicago.
That's all he's ever done that first year.
Yeah, I can't stand
That's like, okay, look at Soriano for the Yankees. The kid throws 100 miles an hour, but he's been nothing but hurt all the time.
Yeah, very true.
Sooner or later, you got to let a guy like that go. I don't think the Yankees will re-up him.
So throwing that hard, and then Sale throws a bunch of junk, all those pitches. He does
I don't
throw
think he
hard.
can throw that hard anymore.
Right, I think their arms blow out from either throwing hard or throwing a bunch of junk. That's what it is.
Well, the human arm, I don't think is designed to throw overhand 100 miles an hour.
I mean, it's got to feel
although
like
I'm a lefty,
shoulders
lefties,
coming
we don't
out.
throw overhand. We throw.
Are you a lefty?
We throw more sidearm.
No shit, huh?
Lefties don't throw a straight ball.
You want to talk about a lefty with a cannon? Aroldis Chapman.
Oh, the Cuban Missile.
I have
Yankees
a
don't
rookie
even
card.
count on him anymore. He's not the closer. They use everyone but him.
Yeah, it was weird. I thought it was
weird.
weird.
You ever see him when a guy gets on base and it looks like someone poured a bucket of water over his head?
Yeah, I thought it was weird. He was pitching in like the 6th the other night or 7th or something like that.
His contract's up after this. They're done with him. He's blown too many big saves.
Yeah, that was really, speaking of his rookie year, that was back when I was
Cincinnati, right?
Yeah, well, I was really big into baseball cards, and everybody was putting out in their. That was back when you had to put in a bet or put in an offer to negotiate with a player coming from overseas.
Yeah, they still have to do that.
And it's a little different now, though. Yeah,
it's a bit. No. The difference is now is you can't give them a ton of money.
Like you can't give them.
They only get like what's a kid? Otani?
And I want to say
Otani's next contract's going to be huge.
And I want to say
he's on like $5 million. Yeah, they
like the money that you put up to bid on them. I want to say it's part of the contract too now or something like that.
Yeah.
I know they did a bunch of changes with that.
Yeah,
but I remember everybody was sitting around and everybody figured it was going to be the Red Sox or the Yankees who got Chapman. And when they came out, it was the Reds. It was like, really? Like the Reds?
Yeah, but no one really offered a lot on them.
Yeah, and I remember when it first
happened. Because everyone knew
too.
he could throw hard, but, just because, listen, anyone can throw a fastball. If you don't have movement and you can't change speeds, you're just throwing a straight fastball. I don't care if you throw 100.
That's
they're
the thing with him.
on you.
Yeah, you know what's coming with him. You just got to be able to catch up to it.
They're gonna tee off on you. One time around, you'll fool them. Second time, it ain't gonna happen.
He's had a few really good seasons, but I think he's towards the tail end, middle reliever. He's not coming in to close out a game.
No doubt.
And then what else we got going on in baseball? Anything?
The Braves are not the Braves now.
Yeah, the Braves aren't the
Freddie
Braves.
Freeman's gone. They won it.
Yeah, and look, Freddie Freeman's having a heck of a season, off to a heck of a start.
I'll never understand one thing.
He homered off the Braves.
Tampa.
First at bat.
Tampa, the Twins, all these teams. And, we can't, once a guy's ready to get money, they trade him away, they sell him off, the A's. Every one of these owners are billionaires.
Oh, I know.
But listen, the guy from the Florida Marlins years ago, Huizinga, he proved twice you can buy a championship.
Oh, yeah, dude.
He proved it.
Oh, yeah. Those Marlins teams.
Twice. He bought it and sold it off both times.
And both times the next year is a completely different team. You had pretty much like the minor leaguers starting.
Sold it off.
Yep.
Did it twice, 97 and 03.
Yep. And then...
so he proved it. You can buy it.
Yeah, and then
so these teams that we're small market, guess what? If they want to go out and try to win a World Series, they can do it.
Oh, yeah. And you know what's crazy? The Oakland A's have been like that. They have been in contention for the playoffs every year since 03.
Billy Beane is the best general manager in all sports.
He is. Damn good.
Number one is he robbed you in a trade. Okay,
he knows how to.
Who's the kid that got the pitcher? James Kaperline?
Kaperline.
Yeah, came for the Yankees in the Sonny Gray deal.
I really like Sonny.
Now he's going to deal Kaperline off. You like Sonny Gray?
I did when he was in Oakland.
Yeah. Then what happened when he got in New York?
Oh, awful. But what happened? Like, look at Hudson, Mulder. They all fell apart when they left. Like, he knows when to get rid of them.
Career in Atlanta. He's the only one. Hudson.
Yeah, I remember he got hurt or something, and he wasn't that great for his first couple of years in Atlanta, but he ended pretty well.
Barry Zito I've never traded for. There was a guy that said he didn't even like baseball.
You know what?
He actually said, I don't even like baseball.
Barry Zito was awful when Oakland got rid of him. But his last 2 years with San Francisco, he actually ended all right.
No, really.
They won a World Series.
Yeah, they won a couple World Series.
Yeah.
Nothing to do with him.
No, but he went like 4 or 5 years.
Lincecum was the freak. He was the race.
Oh, yeah, I remember. Dude, you want to talk about another pitcher that just fell apart? Remember him?
Oh, Lincecum?
He was lights out, and then all of a sudden he was like coming out of the bullpen.
No, you can't throw it hard.
He had a crazy delivery, too.
He won a
Remember
couple
him?
World Series, though.
He was all...
Yeah, he won a couple World Series, though.
Yeah, but I want to say one of those World Series he was coming out of the bull. Oh yeah, one of them I think he might have. There's been a couple World Series where pitchers won like 3 games.
He was one of them.
Yeah, I want to say he was one of them.
Yeah,
but I want to say the second World Series he was coming out of the bullpen at that point. They didn't know what to do with him.
No, I think he fell apart after they won the World Series
because they won like 3 and 6 years.
Yeah,
it was like every even year.
Yeah, and Zito had nothing to do with any of them.
Yeah,
he might have been there.
He was. He did. Zito had one really good season.
I don't think he had a good year at all.
He did, and because I remember watching
San Francisco.
Yeah, pull it up. Pull up his stats.
I'll look at it right here.
Because I remember being really happy for Barry Zito that he was actually doing all right again. Could have just been regular season. This tablet's weird.
Okay, let me look it up here. Here we go. Barry Zito. San Francisco, 11-13, 10-17, 10-13, 9-14, 3-4, 15-8, with a 4.5 ERA.
15-8 was one of the last years,
and
right?
5-11 was his last year. He had 1 year. He had a 5 ERA.
Yeah, the 15-8. Let me see. What year was the 15-8?
12. I don't think he ever won a World Series with them.
No, they won them before that.
No, they won them after him.
14, 16, and 18. But yeah, Barry Zito was lights out.
What, in Oakland?
When he was with Oakland.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I think 12 they did win.
Yeah, I remember that because he pitched. He was actually really good.
The World Series is 1-0 with a 1.5 ERA.
Yeah, he was really good that World Series. That's what it was.
But in the NLDS, he was 0-0 with a 6.75 ERA.
Yeah, because I remember he had the decent season.
He pitched one good game.
Yeah, he had that decent season, the 15-8.
Yeah.
And then everybody was
4
like...
4 or 5 ERA.
He was... Yeah, but I mean, back then, you were... Not many pitchers have the greatest ERAs anymore.
4 or 5 is high.
4 or 5's high. But I remember that. Everybody was like, oh, Zito's back. He's going to do good. And then he got rocked in that playoff game. And he almost didn't get put on the World Series roster because they didn't know what to do with him.
Yeah.
But he came out and did do pretty well in the World Series.
He's 6-3 career in the postseason.
That's actually not bad.
4 of them came in Oakland.
Wow.
So
you know what was crazy too?
He won 2 games out of that big contract.
You know what was crazy? That those Oakland teams, remember they had the 3-headed monster, Mulder, Zito, and Hudson?
Yeah.
I don't think they ever won a playoff series.
No, they didn't.
No, they never did.
No,
Absolutely crazy.
No, they didn't. You know why? Because it was flawed. Their money ball system is flawed. They don't value stealing bases.
Yeah, they didn't have the greatest lineups either. They just had pitching.
No, they had hitting. They could draw walks, but they didn't steal bases. They did a lot of things backwards that you have to do to win games.
Yeah,
they didn't hit and run. They didn't bunt anyone over. It's not the way they played.
I forget who
they won 22 straight games in 2002. And
remember that?
Playoffs, they got the Twins destroyed them.
Yeah, they did. They got swept.
Yeah, by the Twins.
Yep, I remember that. I remember being a little.
That 1 year they did win a series. They got to the Yankees, and the Yankees, that's to Jeter. Remember Jeter?
The underhand toss when he was running across the field. That was Jeremy Giambi. They tagged out at the plate.
Yeah. He just died, Jeremy Giambi.
I know. He should have slid on that play. But
he didn't think he could get there.
Yeah, he didn't think he was going to be anywhere close. I don't know how the hell Jeter was there. He just came running across the field.
That's why how underrated Jeter was defensively.
Yeah, I hate when people say Derek Jeter wasn't a good baseball player.
That's a hater.
It is.
That's a hater.
I'm a diehard Red Sox fan, and I
give credit where credit's due. Manny Ramirez, great player. David Ortiz, great player. I give credit where credit's due.
Yeah.
No matter what team they're on.
Yeah, I don't care what
Pedro Martinez, the most dominant pitcher I've seen in my time.
At one point.
Now I think DeGrom is going to pass all that.
DeGrom's really good.
I mean, the guy.
Speaking of DeGrom,
how do you win? You barely got a 500 record, and you're winning Cy Youngs. Hello.
Yeah. Oh no, it's not DeGrom. It's Syndergaard, who's in Anaheim now.
Yeah.
That Anaheim team is in first place.
Injuries. Syndergaard's always been a good pitcher.
They've been saying it for the last few years.
Can't stay healthy.
They've been saying for the last few years, if this Anaheim lineup had good pitching, they'd be good. Well, they got the pitching now.
Yeah, I don't know.
We'll see what happens.
They fall apart.
They could fall apart.
Oakland will come and steal the division from them.
Yeah, they'll win 20. They'll win 26
$3 million
games.
payroll.
They'll win 26 games in August and take first by September 1st.
On a $3 million payroll.
Unreal. But everybody who tuned in,
thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel.
Like
the
channel.
video. Please subscribe to the channel.
Elbow drop the bell.
It means so much to us if you smash that like button too. Thank you very much for tuning in with us. And until next time, peace.
Peace out, guys. Remember, Kicking It Live, Bino and Nicky.